Zohran Mamdani seems poised easily to win this mayoral race, which is depressing because he gives answers like this when asked very straightforward questions on Fox News by the very talented Martha McCallum. SOT 4.
If you are asked tomorrow night if you give credit to President Trump for the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas and the return of the 20 living hostages, would you raise your hand?
When it comes to the ceasefire, I am thankful. And I have hope that it will actually endure and that it will be lasting. And I continue to have concerns because I've seen reports still, just this in the last few days, that 5 Palestinians were killed by the Israeli military. And that's what gives me pause about issuing any kind of praise or celebration at a moment when it is still so in its infancy. And what I will tell you is that in that same moment, it is also one that requires a focus on ensuring that that hope, that belief in a better future is one that is emblematic in our policies right here in New York City as well. And that's what we're hoping to lead with.
So would you give President Trump credit or not, to any extent? Credit or not?
I think it's too early to do so.
Too early to say.
But if it proves to be something that is lasting, something that is durable, then I think that that's where you give credit.
You're an asshole. We have fucking 20 hostages are free. Don't be such a dick. I'm sorry, but like 20 hostages are free. What do you mean it's too early? Today's the day.
Back forever.
Why is he doing that? Why?
Because he doesn't want to answer the question. I mean, your point is right. I mean, he's an asshole because, I mean, we say, well, if it's lasting, if anybody watched those scenes on, I believe it was Monday night, and I stayed up to watch them. It was, they were being released at 9 a.m. in Israel. And it was like unbearable to watch it because it was so happy and so depressing. And because, you have people who of 28 bodies that didn't come back. I mean, I think 8 did, and 1 wasn't even
was a Palestinian.
And it was to watch all of that and the families and the joy and the heartbreak was unbelievable and unbearable almost to watch, but it was a happy, joyous moment. And if you can't share in that joy, something's really wrong with you. You had Zohran Mamdani's wife, and I don't blame him for his wife's politics, but posting something on Instagram, mourning the death of this Hamas operative, who is called Mr. Fafo. If you've been following this, you know who he is.
Yes. And he celebrated 10/7.
Yeah, he celebrated 10/7. There's a video of him joyous on that day, and who was killed by other Palestinians. What Mamdani says 5 people were killed by Israel since the ceasefire. I don't know who those people are. I don't know if that's right, if they were fighters, if they were raising guns to people. But there's lots and lots of video online that anyone can open their eyes and see of Palestinians being killed by Hamas. In the Wall Street Journal, an incredible story, a really deeply reported story yesterday on the front page of the Wall Street Journal of what has happened since Hamas has not been fully disarmed. And, Trump's response to that, which was a great one, is if you don't, the word we is what he used. He said, if you don't disarm, we are going to do it. So you better be smart about this, which was like
Trump
a shot
did actually say that one, unlike my tweet. He actually did say that.
That was him. That was not
they will be disarming. Hamas will be disarming, or we will disarm them. Let me give you a second Zohran Mamdani soundbite on this exact front. She asked a very good question here in SOT 5.
So you've denounced Israel and the United States for the response to the slaughter on October the 7th. In fact, at times you've called it a lasting stain, the response, and at times you have left October 7th out of your statements completely around this issue. You just talked about Israelis killing some Palestinians, but Hamas is killing Palestinians within Gaza. And they have not returned the bodies that they promised to return, including 2 Americans. So what is your response to what Hamas is doing now?
I think those are bodies and remains that should absolutely be returned. And I think that I have no issue with critiquing Hamas or the Israeli government because my critiques all come from a place of universal human rights. And my focus, however, is right here in New York City and transforming the most expensive.
Do you believe that Hamas should lay down their weapons and leave the leadership in Gaza?
I believe that any future here in New York City is one that we have to make sure that's affordable for all. And as it pertains to Israel and Palestine, that we have to ensure that there is peace. And that is the future that we have to fight for.
But you won't say that Hamas should lay down their arms and give up leadership in Gaza.
I don't really have opinions about the future of Hamas and Israel beyond the question of justice and safety and the fact that anything has to abide by international law.
Absolutely.
Aside is separate from justice and safety?
But by the way, I mean, the idea that he hasn't made any comments about the future of the region,
Right.
a provable, demonstrable lie.
On a daily basis.
On a daily
Right.
basis, on Instagram and in comments. But if you cannot say, and I'm sorry, that this city is the city that I live in, the city that I love dearly, it is not the Middle East. But if you say, well, I make comments all the time, but I'm not going to make one right now, by the way. I will say things about Hamas, but I'm not going to say it right now. If you cannot say that this is a knuckle-dragging death cult that murders Jews and enshrined in their charter is the elimination of the state of Israel, and if you cannot denounce that, I don't think you should be mayor of this city, and I don't think that's a crazy opinion.
And not just murders
Totally
Jews,
agree.
murders
Murders Palestinians.
a vector
Anyone
of
non-Hamas is potentially in danger.
Yeah.
No, it's terrifying. Cuomo is within like 10 or 11 points of him, according to the latest poll, but he would need Sliwa to drop out, the Republican, and he would have to be banking on Sliwa's 15% to all go to Andrew Cuomo, which is a big question mark because I think I speak for all Republicans when I say we can't stand Andrew Cuomo and we don't want to help him. But we also want to stop Zohran Mamdani, so it's very hard. What?
Say it again.
Say again?
He should keep his promise to come on the fifth column and stop punting.
Yeah. To
Andrew Cuomo?
Yes. Scheduled interviews in the Megyn.
Calling you out.
Will you do
right
me a
now.
favor? Do me a
Yes.
favor. If that does wind up happening, would one of you guys just call me beforehand? Let's just have a private conversation before it
No,
happens.
we
That's
want
all.
it to happen. So please don't say this on the air.
Yeah.
We will call you, but don't say it.
I'm
when we're
only
trying
going to
put-
say good luck and have a great time. That's all I want to say to you. Buy gold and get free silver. That's right. For every $5,000 purchased from Birch Gold Group this month in advance of Veterans Day, they're going to send you a free patriotic silver round that commemorates the Gadsden and American flags. Look, gold is up over 40% since the beginning of this year, and Birch Gold can help you own it by converting an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Plus, they will send you free silver honoring our veterans on qualifying purchases. And if you are current or former military, Birch Gold has a special offer just for you. They are waiving custodial fees for the first year on investments of any amount. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, consider diversifying your savings into gold. Just text MK to the number 989898 for a free info kit and to claim your eligibility for free silver with qualifying purchase before the end of the month. Okay, before the end of the month. Again, text MK to the number 989898. Message and data rates may apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.